Hello my dear friends, welcome to 4000 Essential English Words by Paul Nation. I'm Hassam and I have a master's degree in English literature. This is book 4, unit 6. Anthem, anthem, anthem. Noun. An anthem is a formal or religious song. Everyone sings the national anthem before the baseball games start. Here be careful that TH sounds like th. That's why we say anthem, anthem. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Preposition. Beyond is used to say that one thing is more than another. The job is beyond the man's ability. Determination, determination, determination. Noun. Determination is what you have when you try to do something even when it is difficult. Chris is the youngest competitor, but he has the most determination. Here be careful that tion at the end of this word sounds like shen. That is why we say determination, determination. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Noun. Fighting is physical conflict between people or groups in a war, in the street, etc. Heavy fighting continued for days. Here be careful not to put too much stress on the letter G. We don't say fighting, we say fighting, fighting. Joint, joint, joint. Adjective. When something is joined, it is done by or involves two or more people or groups. Mike and Joanna are joint owners of the coffee shop. Landing, landing, landing. Noun. A landing is when you return to the ground or another surface after a flight or a boat ride. The man is in charge of leading the landing in the war zone. Here again, be careful not to put too much stress on letter G. We don't say landing, we say landing, landing. Mark, mark, mark. Verb. To mark is to celebrate an important event or time by doing something. My grandparents are having a party to mark their 50th anniversary. Mobilize, mobilize, mobilize. Verb. To mobilize is to prepare an army to fight in a war. Thousands of soldiers were ready to mobilize for the fight. Here be careful not to pronounce this word like mobiliser. It's mobilize, mobilize, mobilize. Nation, nation, nation. Noun. A nation is a large area of land that is controlled by its own government. India is a nation that is developing rapidly. Here be careful that tion sounds like shen, so be careful not to say nation. That is why we say nation, nation. Originally, originally, originally. Adverb. Originally is used in place of in the beginning or when something first happened or began. This building was originally a bank. Outbreak, outbreak, outbreak. Noun. An outbreak is a sudden start or increase of fighting or disease. The scientists prepared for an outbreak of a dangerous virus. Pray, pray, pray. Verb. To pray is to speak to God in order to ask for help or to give thanks. The girl likes to pray for world peace. Here be careful that we don't say pray or pry. We say pray, pray. Prisoner, prisoner, prisoner. Noun. A prisoner is someone who is taken by force and kept somewhere. He has been a prisoner for many years. Here be careful that letter S sounds like Z, and also keep in mind that we don't pronounce this word like prisoner. We say prisoner, prisoner. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Verb. To sacrifice is to give up something in order to get something you want, or do something else for someone. Karen has had to sacrifice a lot for her children. Here be careful that first letter C sounds like K, and the second one sounds like S. Also keep in mind that we don't say sacrifice, we say sacrifice, sacrifice. Silence, silence, silence. Noun. Silence is the complete absence of sound or noise. I can only sleep in complete silence. Here be careful that letter C sounds like S, and also be careful that we don't say silence, we say silence, silence. Thus, thus, thus. Adverb. Thus is used in place of as a result of something that was just mentioned. Victor wants to lose weight. Thus, he will go on a diet and start exercising. Here be careful that TH sounds like th, and also letter U sounds like A. That is why we say thus, thus. Tribute, tribute, tribute. Noun. A tribute is something that you say, do, or give in order to express respect for someone. In some countries, people wear puppies as a tribute to veterans. Here be careful that we don't pronounce this word like tribute. We say tribute, tribute, tribute. Victory, victory, victory. Noun. A victory is a situation in which you win a battle, gain, election, or dispute. The man was thrilled with his victory. Here be careful that we don't say victory. We say victory, victory, victory. Wild, wild, wild. Adverb. To be wild is to be without control. Dandelions grow wild in the cracks of the street. Just be careful that letter W is not pronounced like V. We don't say wild, we say wild. Your lips shouldn't touch each other. Wild, wild. Wound, wound, wound. Verb. To wound is to injure someone or something by cutting or breaking the skin. The boy knew he might wound his knees if he didn't wear pads on them. Here again, be careful that letter W is not pronounced like V. Your lips shouldn't touch each other. That's why we say wound. Wound. Great job, my friends. You have learned 20 new words. If you want to learn more, watch the next video.